Two.
And we're live. Let me just double check that we are. Sometimes it doesn't line up right.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get some audio check here so we don't proceed without, sounding right. If we sound awful or somebody's sound isn't working, we'd like to know.
Yeah. Let us know. But you got to do it with a hashtag. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, brother.
Oh, man.
All right, I just had to name another moderator. Now we are good to go.
Yeah. Who did you name today?
We knighted Dan H as a moderator.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. I think we're good. We got Technoid in the house.
Oh, snaps. What's going on, bruh?
Yeah, buddy.
What's
Let's
up,
see.
Big Noy?
We got a bunch of people already here. That was fast. We got Ron, we got Brennan, Big Pete, Jay,
Beatz.
David. We got Dan, obviously. We got the homie Firewolf Studios.
Oh, yeah.
Joeseph is here. Jess is here. Good to have you all. And then, of course, typical StreamYard fashion, it starts jumping. Michael is here. The homie Lavendi's in the house. You guys can relax. Daddy's here.
Oh, I love Andy. What up?
Oh, man. What's up, Techno? Good to see you, man. Ron is here. Who else we got? Up, it jumped again. It's pretty
Siova.
big. The brother Siova's here. Kimon's in the house. Craig is here.
Yo,
Making my job easier. That's right. Spread the love.
that's
What's up,
right.
KJ? We got Arcelia. Long time no see. Thanks for stopping by. Joey, one of the newest members of the Patreon. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the show.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Scott is here. Ryan is in the house. We got Dougsy. And we got Big Rob. We got Richard. And Michael goes ahead and breaks the seal. We got our first super chat of the night. Appreciate you, Michael. Thanks for the donation. Very kind of you. It's a tough time of the year, when it comes to, the holidays and, family spending and all that. We definitely don't, it's no obligation. Nobody has to do any type of, donations or anything, but we do appreciate it. Thank you for that gesture.
Thank you. Thank you.
We got Jose. We got Camster.
Thank you.
We got Alan.
Apple Watch.
Appreciate you being here, Alan. We got Cam. And Jerk Cohen's here. What up, bro?
Dracone, what up? What up?
Yeah.
Going on? Yup. Yup.
So, apparently, C-Band is gold-plated with diamonds encrusted all around it.
Oh,
And,
damn.
and it's worth a lot of money, dude. Billions and billions.
Oh,
Actually, you remember Austin
A
Powers?
diamond.
$1 million, gazillion, fulfillion dollar. Remember how he used to kept going up with the number? That's what C-Band feels like, man. Hey, Ron.
Yep.
Thanks, Camster. Appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Still waiting on US Mobile SIM. We'll update y'all when it gets here and how the service is. Well, I know it's on Verizon, so the coverage should be there. I'm interested to see what type of, speeds and access you get in terms of priority. I've heard good things. I heard it's better than Visible. That's good, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah. They say it's better than Visible. I don't know. I don't know what QCI it's on. I just assume that all prepaid QCIs are the same.
Yeah.
For Verizon, but
I thought so too.
not impressed with Verizon DSS. It's terrible at my house. 0.4 of a mile from my house. Jesus.
Well, that's not good.
No, not at all. Hey, Sean, good to see you, man. Sean, the ageless wonder. Dude looks like he's 29, bro. I can't wait to turn
Hey, bro.
50. I think Sean said he's 50 or something. Dude, he looks like he's 19, bro. Tremendous. Just got Pixel Buds. I love my Pixel Buds, dog. I have AirPods, and I have Pixel Buds, and I have Soundcore Liberty Air. And these are the best. The Pixel Buds are the best fit, the best sound. Actually, maybe the sound cores have better sound, but these seal up my ears really well. So I like them. I'm a big fan. Big fan of the Pixel Buds. And the way that they sync, super seamless, super easy.
Yeah.
7 seal broken, 5G T-Mobile Rapture ROG 2 got voiceover LT.
Oh yeah, I did. That's right.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh man. So the thing about the ROG phone, man,
Yeah.
is you're getting a powerhouse phone, dude. You know, I don't know about the band compatibilities for all the carriers, but I mean that's a go for a phone, man. That's a beast of a phone. You get a large battery, you get a high refresh rate, you get a quad HD display, you get a lot of those features, and it's just it's a beast, bro. It's a powerhouse. As long as the band connectivity is there for your carrier, it'll be nice.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate you, Silva. Thanks for the super chat, dog. Yeah, 50 in May, dude. You're killing it, dog. You must.
Yep.
It must be genetic, bro. Because I don't know. I don't think I'll be looking like that when I'm 50, dog. Maybe
Really?
Carlos. Maybe.
Is he for real?
Maybe.
Damn.
I'm telling you, dog. Some people look at J-Lo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how old she is, but there's a lot of women that even in their prime didn't even look like that. You know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Gregory, appreciate you stopping by, man. Thank you. Bro, I'm nervous. The bud's gonna be glitchy. Heard a lot. No, dude. No glitchy. Very goody.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, I have heard that the Galaxy Buds were fixed, so all of the issues that it had before were fixed. So I don't think you would have any issues, to be honest.
Well, think about it. It's a company that specializes in software, right? And
Yeah.
that's like their thing. An update would probably fix a lot of any problems they might have.
Of course.
Enabled NRLT only on my phone today in prep of a 2G, 3G shutdown in 10 days. Who's shutting down in 10 days? Is it the Sprint? Or is it the entire T-Mobile shebang?
From what I know, T-Mobile's shutting down the HSPA. From what I know of.
Okay. But nothing from the Sprint side? None of that 3G CDMA business?
I think they're leaving some on still. I'm not sure. I'll have to confirm. Not too positive.
What's up, Bray? She 51.
What's up, team?
Info assistance in the house.
Info.
What's up, info?
I was testing AT&T prepaid on my LG V30 from Hawking County, Ohio, to Fort Wayne, Indiana today. Speeds were good. Only one or so tests below 10 megs. LT only testing in this case with 3 to 4 carriers in most places. That's pretty dang on impressive, dude. You know, when you're traveling along the interstate and you're always in LTE and you're always at 10 megs or better, what else could you ask for? You know?
That's true.
And that's probably a good measure for carriers. You know, if you're testing a network, it's always in 4G LTE or 5G, and it's always getting 10 megs or better. I think you're in good shape. What's up, Nikki? Good to see you, man. Glad you could make the show tonight. This Spectrum auction is nuts, dude. Just insane. I know Nikki's got an opinion on it. Sneed liking that cake. Come on, dog. Liking that cake. Listen, man, I ain't no Betty Crocker. I ain't doing it, dog. I ain't trying to get diabetes. I'm not familiar with the eSIM situation. I haven't gotten any updates yet on that.
I have one UI 3, but I am still on the beta. Sooner, I think I will get the stable. I mean, the IMEI 2 was unlocked. The IMEI 2, the second IMEI, sorry, it was enabled, but only on a hidden menu. It isn't enabled completely. So I don't know if they will. I think there is another update missing to get eSIM. But for Wi-Fi calling, yeah, it is enabled on unlocked firmware.
Yeah, it should.
Wi-Fi calling is enabled on AT&T as well before it was blocked.
55 billion may have been too low. Sheesh, man. So I was a 45 billion, 50 billion guy. It's above 50 billion. So I'm wrong as of today. And there's still, they're going to resume session The auction's January 4th. So I'm already wrong, right? Well, it's one of the things that we'll discuss today. What do you think John from T-Mobile is doing? Nothing. He banked. He cashed out. He could. I mean, I don't know. What do you think he's doing during the pandemic? I think basically
I
what a lot of
mean, he's usually chilling, but who knows? He could be later on another part of his own journey.
golfing, traveling, maybe.
Maybe,
On that
yeah.
Trump schedule, golfing, right?
Yeah.
Greg, what's going on? He said, I'm between Lima, Ohio, Fort Wayne. I think I'm going in tomorrow for my T-Mobile SIM. Tomorrow from Sprint. But the old T-Mobile is non-existent around here. Well, they got the Sprint access now, so...
Yeah, the Sprint roaming. So you're fine.
Yeah. Follow John on Instagram and Twitter. All right.
I still follow John on Twitter, to be honest.
I don't think Verizon's going nationwide, man.
You don't think so?
No, because it's just the money, the way that it's
too much
playing out. Yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know.
It's too much. Yeah.
It's
I mean, I think they're going to spend a lot, yes, but like to deploy it instantly, like nationwide, I don't think so. It's like you're spending a lot of right now with the spectrum. You'll have to wait at least to have like the necessary money to deploy it.
Right.
It's like a step by step. You cannot force it. Even so, I mean, because of depth, AT&T is also like in the same boat.
Brandon says, do y'all think Verizon's millimeter wave is going to make Verizon broke because they low-key are desperately trying to put it everywhere? I wouldn't call that desperation.
Yeah.
Desperate to put up the fastest connection available right now? I wouldn't call it desperate, dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it desperate, but to make it broke, I don't think so, unless they manage it like financially wrongly. That's the only way, but I doubt it.
Because the millimeter wave is so cheap to put up now. It's $17,000 a pole, so it's cheaper than ever.
That's even better then. No, but I mean, even so, if they try to overspend, who knows? It depends also on management.
Exactly.
How they manage like all the expanding.
I don't see this.
Yeah.
This version of Verizon seems pretty well balanced. They know they want to. They know that they need to make money, but they know that they have to spend it, to stay competitive. So, I think that's the best leadership they've had in a long time, personally.
Yeah, they're really well balanced. That's where you're right. They're trying to balance between spending and also planning ahead. That's good. But we have yet to see how they do like in other deployments. But yeah, you're totally right.
They do with CBRS and C-band. We'll have to see.
Yep. Correct.
I think they'll do it right. Personally, like I look at what a company has been as a pedigree. So Verizon has had a good network for a long time. I don't think all of a sudden it's going to go bad. I personally,
I mean, anything is possible for me. I think anything is possible. Like for example, 5G, it was a mess. Even DSS, they were trying to AT&T, everyone.
But think about it, right? Like DSS is not. It's not a long-term solution. I don't think anybody looks at DSS and says this is a real solution. It's not.
Yeah. No, I understand, but the point I was saying, like, it was forced.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And Verizon, even so, they could have simply not gone to DSS. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I mean, it depends. For me, anything is possible. It also depends on the management, how things change, because every company changes in any time. Different people under different parts change. I don't know.
Lino says 2 days ago, T-Mobile launched 5G mid-band in my area, looking on average around the town 100 lowest, while highest is 650. Holy crap. That's pretty nice, dude. That's pretty nice. I'd say 650 is a nice place for that 60 megahertz with the what are they doing? They're doing another 2 carriers with it, so maybe like 80 to 100 megahertz. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If they're giving you a mile range, that's good stuff. Because if that's the thing, everything is relative to the tower density. Like if you really want to make these tower sites cook, You really got to densify. You got to put mid-band in bunches. Mid-band's not like millimeter wave, how you just kind of like pick your spots. It's not like that.
And that's it.
Mid-band is going to need some real density if it's going to be something important for capacity. If your mid-band, if your emphasis is going to be ultra-wideband, it's a different story. You're going to be putting nodes everywhere. But I think we know, based on what Neville has told us, that they're going to create their capacity through just squeezing everything they can at a mid-band. So, all the carrier aggregation, all the HPUE, all the beam forming stuff, every new technology that allows them to leverage the mid-band more effectively, they're going to explore it. I really do think that. I think all their R&D is going to go into making mid-band behave like ultra-wideband. Like that's where they're going to try to get their capacity from. Which, by the way, is hard to do. 100 megahertz channel, 120 megahertz. Whatever they decide to do, it's limited. We've seen what ultra wideband does. You got Verizon wants to freaking do 1200 megahertz, and they want to do 10 gigs per second. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
It all depends also on the optimization, to be honest. We have yet to see what happens. Even other companies are doing improvements for fixed internet.
For mid-band?
No, millimeter wave. Like to increase the range and everything to make it be able for home internet, like in fixed locations.
I'd love it.
All technologies are limitless for now. Like, for example, even if you say that's limited, there is always someone who creates to improve it.
Well, let's say T-Mobile upgrades backhaul on all the sites in the CLE, right? All sites that have N41 got an upgrade to the backhaul. And then they deployed the 100 megahertz N41, and they carrier aggregated the N71 with it. And, so basically it's just all connections are a go.
Yeah.
Now I think we're talking gigabit speed. You know what I'm saying?
It all depends. It all depends on optimizations, but yeah. But one thing, only with 60 megahertz, we're seeing like I showed you like a picture with SA. We're seeing like 800 megabits per second speeds, or 700 with only 60.
That's really good.
With SA, like if it is optimized properly, I bet even with 100, we will see like with only M41 100 megahertz, we will see like up to 1 gigabit speeds without any issue. If everything is like backhaul upgraded and also well optimized.
I don't think the problem is going to be the speed, honestly, Sebby. I think they're going to have trouble with the range.
Yeah, I know. I understand your point. You even show it on when you were live streaming the M41 part, and here as well. Yeah, there's like some issues with range, but like I told you before on Twitter, I'm thinking they're not using all the resources available for range. Because it doesn't make sense, because a Sprint, even Sprint LTE, Band 41, and M41 had better range than current T-Mobile M41 5G. I think they're not using like everything in the resources. I don't know why. That's why I was trying to maybe get some information, but I don't know.
Because we see performance vary. So when I see the 800 megabits per second, then that tells me the speed potential, right?
Yeah.
But at this point in time, I'm just not seeing the range potential based on all the speed tests and stuff. But
no, I understand your point.
Hector says that he gets almost 2 miles, or he gets 2 miles.
Well, it all depends.
But is it SA or only NSA?
I don't know.
Dude, it all
that's the thing you have to ask, because NSA relies on LTE. That's why the range is also limited. With SA, it's only 5G. There's nothing LTE, so the range is more. I don't know. It all depends, like I told you. It also depends on optimizations. So I kinda we don't know how things will go through. We'll need to see it when they do everything on M41 SA. That's what I'm going to bet on, especially to see like the potential of 2.5.
These are the issues that I'm having with it. I go to certain sites, 0.3 miles, it's done. Then there's certain sites where it's 4 miles with the N41. So it varies, but the quality of the connection is only good, and it seems like it's solid in the 0.2 miles, where it's solid, where you can depend on it, and it'll be dependable, good quality connection. Once you go above that, let's say if like the one tower site I know that goes to 4.2 miles, because I already I clocked it. That one, once I go past 0.2, 0.3, it varies. The quality's not there, and that tower site has been up for a while now, so it's not like it's they just put it up yesterday and they're still optimizing.
No, of course I understand your point. In that case, like I told you, I mean, I don't know if because it was NSA or SA.
Both. I did it with both. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I always try both, bro, just because I want to see the comparison between SA and NSA.
No, I understand. I don't know. I mean, like radio frequencies, it has like a lot of variables, like programming in a way. You have always to depend on math, but also there are always unknown variables because of, for example, the how the area is, but also the obstructions between the tower and the area between you are. It's like a lot of things, so I cannot say something precisely because I don't have any information about it.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking maybe, like I told you, it depends also on optimizations because beamforming, when I was reading about beamforming, it also depends on how it is configured on that location.
Yeah.
So maybe I think it's with beamforming in a way. Also in terms of range, and also on your case.
Oh man!
In terms of quality and range, that's my bet, but I could be wrong. I'm not an expert, but I do like to do some research about it.
Sure. We got Nikki saying that for him with T-Mobile, they have so many sites with N41 well optimized, just less range is required, right? So the tower sites are so close, there's no pressure on each of the sites. Right, so they're not all like one has N41, so it's compensating for others that are congested. Like that matters. Like that's really nice. It has that. So the one thing we've seen with Verizon that has helped them so much because they really don't have the spectrum. They really don't. The fact that Verizon has squeezed so much out of those already squeezed lemons, they're getting the second and the third squeeze just by putting tower sites and small cells everywhere. And I would say that on my trip to work, I probably go across 13 Verizon sites, probably about 10 AT&T sites, and maybe 9 T-Mobile sites. And it makes a difference in terms of like handoffs, call quality, the streaming when I do it, the dependability of it. Like I know it seems trivial, but that's how important tower density is. So when somebody says, "Oh, I have bad calls," it might be handoff issues between sites.
You're right.
I was talking to I don't know if you caught the show last night. I had Barry Johnson on here, and Barry was saying he loves T-Mobile's data speeds, but he has trouble with the calling. There's a couple of tough spots in Orlando where the coverage is shoddy, and he says he drops calls. And I know for a fact, 100%, it's got to be the tower density.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right also on that. It's like
he'll send a 2 gig file fast.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, dude, I send files on mobile all the time. 1 gig, 2 gigs. So it's easy.
Easy as pie. Well, it's also true, like what Zero Cooler have said before on other podcasts. Like you need a cluster of sites.
Oh yeah, clusters are big time. That's what an engineer wants to hear and see.
Yeah.
What's up, Barry? Good to see you, man. I haven't noticed N41 anywhere in Boston. I wonder what T-Mobile's market share is there.
Yeah.
I feel like the areas with the big market share, T-Mobile's giving them the special treatment. they're getting a lot of the N41 first. What's up, Tito? Good to see you, man. I wish T-Mobile
What's
and
up,
its
Tito?
MVNO here in Phoenix. I think he has Google Fi. So, and you're also getting the MVNO treatment, by being on the MVNO. All right, look. We got stuff to discuss. I just have a couple of things I want to talk about, and I feel like they're unprecedented. And one thing I'm not surprised about, actually, the iPhone 12 in 2 weeks of October. So remember, it was the iPhone 12, and the 12 Pro.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
12 Pro. Yep.
Did you know that in those 2 weeks, they became the best-selling 5G smartphones ever?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks
Yeah,
of
I saw
October,
that.
they became the world's ever best-selling 5G phones.
5G. Yeah, I saw it. I like the article.
In 2 weeks, bro. Oh, my God. So here's a story on the iPhone. So the 2 weeks in October that they became the world's best-selling 5G smartphone. And so that means, like, ever since then, they've just been adding to the lead. Like, nothing's even close. I guess this number 2 is the Note 20 Ultra.
Yeah.
So basically, in that 2 week span, they had 25% of the world's 5G smartphone market share. Like, in all the handsets in the world that are 5G capable, 25% of them were the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro. So that means probably as soon as the 12 Pro Max and the 12 Mini came out, that number just exponentially leaped. Right?
Oh.
I would even guess that number might be 50% right now. Right? Just after a couple of months.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's possible. I know that the sales are off the hook because there's supply issues. People are, on back order for a couple of weeks or a week or whatever, trying to get their iPhones. But there's been a pent-up demand. People haven't upgraded their iPhones for a few years. There's people coming out of 10s. There's people coming out of 10Rs. There's people with the original SE. They're all going to be upgrading to these 12s, 12 minis, and 12 Pros and 12 Pro Maxes. So a lot of people waited to upgrade. Even people that had like 8 pluses, right now they're upgrading. So also I think the carrier promotions. Carriers are basically giving them away. The deals over at T-Mobile are like free iPhone on us. You put on Essentials, you get a free iPhone. What is it, like 2 lines on Essentials, you get 2 free iPhones, and it's $100.
Yeah.
They're basically giving away the phones, man. And then I also think what's notable is that people actually, and this was in the article that I was reading, people actually now know what millimeter wave is. They actually now know what ultra wideband is. So it wasn't Verizon, but it was Apple who made people learn what millimeter wave was, like ultra wideband and these really fast gigabit speed. Prior to that, Verizon wasn't able to really relay that because they didn't have the vessel.
Yeah.
I've always said that, like, just like a phone, it's not really about the phone, it's the phone pushing the apps that you use, right?
Of course.
The same thing about the network. It's you need the vessel, you need the car to drive where you got to go. My audio's having issues.
It was for a second, but it's all good.
It was for a second. Yeah, I was going to say that.
Okay, so it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Right. Thanks, GV. I appreciate the super chat donation. Said thanks for the info and keep it up. Absolutely. Labor of love. I love, creating the content. I was talking to Sebby earlier. I was telling him that I really do try to make good content. I really do. I try to, get some good footage. I do my best to edit, put together stuff that people want to see, and I just put it out there, and I hope people enjoy it.
Yeah.
So thanks for that donation. I appreciate it, GB. Thank you.
There's multiple things to talk about on that one, man. Multiple.
Moose.
Oh, what up, Moose? I was going to say, who is it?
Yeah, chat.
Cha, baby. What's going on, man?
Okay, so I
was going to ask, who is it, actually?
Okay, so check this out. Since the start of the fourth quarter, There's been an exponential increase in speed tests. Why? Because as soon as people on an iPhone were able to see they have ultra wideband logo or the 5G logo or a 5G plus logo, boom, they immediately download the speed test app. And the reason why I say this is because there's been multi-millions more tests this quarter than the last 7 quarters. Okay, that's number 1 point. Number 2 point, there's not that many people actually doing speed tests, which is surprising. So yes, the amount of speed tests is up, but the actual user base is still low. The actual user base is in the 500, 600,000 range, and they're doing like 3 million tests. So every person on average is doing between 3 to 5 tests per quarter. What do you guys think about that?
That's really good.
That's actually really good, bro.
It's very interesting, man. And that's just Ookla.
So what's going on, Moose?
I mean, that's the most used app, to be honest, for speed test, Ookla.
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, though, that I think this is just a fad. People are not just going to be constantly doing speed tests. The average consumer, probably when they see that ultra wideband, they turn it on, speed test, and maybe they do it 1 time, maybe 2 times. But only the power users are the real people that are actually speed tested, because it's proven in the history, right? There's only, 500,000, 600, 800,000 users. And in the past, there's only been 250,000 users. So that's a huge delta, right? 300, 400, 500,000 difference. But again, it depends on the quarter. Right now, T-Mobile is in the massive lead in terms of testing, but has the fewest users testing. So it doesn't make sense. Then you have Verizon doing the second most tests by a very narrow margin, 40, 30,000 difference. And they have the most people doing speed tests. How the hell is that possible, right? It doesn't make sense. Wow. So think about it like that. This quarter, very interesting quarter. It's about to wrap up, right? We're on the 21st day. We have 10 days left. C-band auction completely surpassed AWS 2015 as of today. It's a lot of news.
Yeah.
Yep. And what do you think is AT&T part of it, like especially if it goes up to 70 billion?
I think that because everybody's speculating at this point, even the financial analysts are speculating.
Yeah.
I think that Verizon came in hot, but they also knew that they were going to have to pay a premium, because there's no doubt now that everybody had to overpay for the spectrum. There's no way to slice it anymore.
They said on average, on average, every 20 megahertz sub block had a $3 billion premium on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is absurd.
So think about it. And
crazy.
People are saying that T-Mobile is going to get spectrum. Bro, they have their own problems that they got to deal with. They got to deal with their core issues. They got to deal with. Yeah, they have so many other things that they got to spend money on. There's no way that they're going to spend billions of dollars on spectrum when they can't.
It doesn't make business sense. No.
They haven't even finished the N71 rollout. No. What makes you think that they're going to spend money on another spectrum? Come on.
Basically, bro.
The only thing I see them spending is on areas that they need it, where they don't have like the 2.5 spectrum.
But do you think that has come yet in this auction? I say no. I
maybe
bet that at the back end of the auction.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know which parts are being actioned like in total, and which parts does. T-Mobile has like a lot of M41, and which parts doesn't have M41.
Hey, Moose, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I want you to confirm. I want you to see if you can confirm this for me. One of my inside sources from the Big Red told me that in most major markets, Verizon has picked up 100 megahertz of this spectrum, and they spent 28 billion so far.
I don't know if that's accurate yet. I do know that they. I do know
not
that
all,
they have
not all
spent a lot of
markets,
money.
most markets, most
But-
major.
But
almost
I'll
all.
tell you this: the only markets that matter right now: New York, L.A., Chicago, San Francisco, Miami. If you're not in those 5 cities, do not expect C-band in mass in 2021. It doesn't make sense. Think about it. Think about what you guys were talking about just a few moments ago. Tower density means everything, right? For C-band. It's a worse spectrum than even WCS, band 30. And band 30 actually propagates very well, okay?
It does.
So
It does?
it
Yes.
does.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I've tested it over
Yes.
2.5 miles. Yeah.
over here
Exactly,
it
so-
doesn't actually.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
well, it's also determining if the tower height is tall enough too. But anyways, my point is this. I do know that Verizon was given massive amounts of money to spend because, contrary to popular belief, what the SVPs of Verizon want to say, they are desperate to get more spectrum. That is a fact. The problem
100%.
is how are they going to spend it? How are they going to spend it? Where are they going to spend it? That's really been the question mark that I've been wondering. Which markets are they actually going to spend the billions? Because they don't need to spend nationwide money for this. They don't. Unless they are desperately trying to get into other revenue sources like broadband.
But they have a lot of fiber.
I legit think that Verizon will be content upgrading band 13 only sites with an additional carrier or 2, and adding those channels of an additional 10 to 20 megahertz, for example. That'll be a game changer in rural America. If they were to add 20 to 30 megahertz of spectrum to a site, it would take their speeds from 5 megabits to 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? That would be LT upgrades. They could DSS it, right? They could DSS band 66, band 2, they could band 5, whatever. But the way I'm
But it's not
looking
worth
at it
it.
is, right. But where I'm going with this is, Verizon, their top 50 markets are a guaranteed lock to get 80 megahertz or better. A guaranteed lock.
Well, we need 100, bro. We need 100.
But that's
I
what
don't
I'm saying
think
is let's put
Verizon
that as the
got
benchmark.
100 in Dallas. I
Yeah.
don't think Verizon got 100 in Dallas. I don't think they got 100.
Who's got the market share in Dallas, though?
AT&T.
100%. Big Blue.
Okay.
Big Blue.
Okay.
Now,
So why do you
same
need?
thing.
Why would?
Exactly. You don't need it because you don't have the market share to support it. So you won't be spending that much money there. Period.
So what people have to understand about C-band is C-band is a consumer spectrum. The carriers are looking at C-band as a boost to the wireless network, strictly mobility. Okay, it's going to secure capacity for consumers across the country.
Yeah.
Verizon's millimeter wave and ultra wideband is going to be a big part of what they do in enterprise and situations.
Private.
So Verizon, and I know this, I will, I'll put it on the record, as they say, right?
Yeah.
All right. Just go ahead. Verizon has no interest in being the fastest network when it comes to the consumer wireless. They want to be fast enough, and they will bank on their national coverage, and they will bank on their millimeter wave ultra wideband capacity for enterprise. They don't need to be the fastest in consumer wireless. You need to be competitive. You don't need to be the fastest. T-Mobile showed us you don't have to be the fastest. They gained 11 to 17% market share under John Legere, and the network was crap.
That's true. That is
And
correct.
all they had to do was be competitive, and they gained 6% market share organically.
No, you're correct, bro. I see where you're coming with this.
So you don't have to be the fastest in consumer. You have to be competitive. So if Carlos has Verizon and I have AT&T, if his speed test is 300 and mine is 250, what? I ain't getting it. I can't download the app. I can't watch the movie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in what I'm trying to say is that's just consumer wireless, though. When we start getting into other things, it becomes more important the type of connection you have. For example, enterprise. There's no way around it. Mid-band will not be the critical component of enterprise. It won't, and it can't be. It cannot do what the enterprise needs. It can't drive a data center. It cannot.
No, that's where millimeter wave.
It cannot drive augmented reality. It cannot. They're telling us that now. So when they're building these 5G protocols and we start looking at these new applications, you guys got to keep in mind the things that we're trying to understand have not even come to fruition in real life. We don't know what 5G is. We don't know the new revenue streams that Verizon is trying to conjure up. Verizon is going to companies and saying, what do you want us to do for you? Verizon doesn't even know. The companies are saying, we want to automate our production line. All right, let's do your network as a service. You know, that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Let me put it this is actually a really good point because people think that 5G is this, magical land, that it's going to revolutionize the world. The reason why LTE revolutionized the world is because there was applications that actually utilized it. For example, Uber, for example, Periscope, for example, even YouTube, right? Netflix, all these different applications were enabled because you had faster mobile data speeds. But what happens once everywhere has decent enough mobile data speeds, right? Then you start talking about latency. Then you start talking about prioritization. Then you start talking about robotics, virtual reality, putting your doctor, even though he's 3,000 miles away, in a robot with ultra low latency MEC, MEC. And that is how you monetize 5G. There's different ways to make this happen, but it takes a long time.
Do you know what C-band is?
Do
you know what C-band is? C-band is the guarantee that Verizon and AT&T don't lose customers.
Yeah.
It's a guarantee to provide capacity to the consumer. The commercial network, the Carlos network, the Sneed network, the Sebby network, the stuff that we're using for our smartphones.
Exactly.
It's a guarantee to compete. Verizon is clearly thinking other things too. And T-Mobile's all about their home internet. That's their project, their TV services. See, they all have something.
And IoT.
Right. So, they got the drones thing that they're working on. I don't know what other projects they have, but yeah.
At the end of the day, what a lot of people don't understand, it's not about the speeds. It's about the latency.
The latency.
Yeah. They do go hand in hand. They do go hand in hand. They do.
Yeah. Yes, but latency is very important.
It is.
It needs to be an instant connection because if it's not, if you have delays, bro, how are these doctors going to be doing these remote surgeries that they're talking about? I saw a lot of stuff at CES last year, or this year, but I saw a lot of things for robotics that AT&T was doing on their booth.
Nice.
And I'm telling you, bro, you need at least, for something like that, you need at least like a less than a 3 millisecond ping.
You know what they're trying to do, Los? You know what they're trying to do with 5G? They're trying to take fiber optic and make it wireless. That's what they're trying to do.
That's what it's coming down to. And mark my words, bro, like I've always said, 6G, when 6G hits, when we hit that time and point, when we hit 6G, low band is going to be irrelevant. It's going to be mid band and millimeter wave.
Well, low band has its place, but it's going to be...
It'll turn into a government entity band.
Maybe. If you got enough tower sites, you don't need the low band.
Yeah. It's gonna be
if you had a micro cell every half mile, you would not need low band.
Yeah, kind of.
You might not get a signal in a basement. You might not. You may or may not. Depending on if you're in the null zone. But
yeah, I mean, low band has its own purpose. To be honest, I don't think it would be also like to delete everything low band and that's it.
No, I think it's going to be minimized though, Sebby.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
This way, bro, I've been talking to my network engineer friend from Verizon. Their plan is band 13 and band 5 will be irrelevant for consumers by 6G. He's already said that's why they're building more tower sites. That's why they're doing more small cells, and they're putting all mid-band capacity on it, and they're going to be doing millimeter wave with them.
Maybe, but the only thing I have to say to that is the article that the CTO of Verizon said, "What the fuck are we talking about 6G right now?"
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I know, but that's where it's going to go to. Eventually, that's where it's going to go to.
Of course, but I mean, we have a lot. We have yet to develop 5G. Even LTE still has a lot of potential, but we move to 5G right now.
The only carrier right now
that's a very ignorant statement.
What?
You know, that's a very ignorant statement because his company, Verizon, is the most prepared for 6G, and then he's willing to say on record, what the hell is 6G? To me, that's a very relevant. Sorry, not irrelevant. This is a very ignorant statement because you know that you have to be always constantly thinking about the future, no matter how you slice it. It's 10 years and it goes by in a snap of a finger, bro.
Yeah, but he's right. The 5G protocols are not even fully established. Like I'm looking at some of these, these standards, these 5G standards, and they're still in build.
Yeah, part of it is.
All he has to do is cite that and say, how the hell are we going to talk about 6G? And we literally are still debating about icons. We still don't really have true 5. We don't have standalone 5G. We haven't even embarked on true standalone channels. Seriously. We haven't aggregated carriers on 5G. The technology we've had in LTE for 5 years, we haven't even started in 5G yet.
But that's been limited by the modems. That's not limited from the carriers.
But that's what he's saying.
And also the radio. It's not. It's not the carriers, but it's also the radios. I mean, if you do research, you have also to, complete it, test it, and later deploy it. It's phases.
He's not wrong for saying that these discussions are not even necessary. He's not wrong.
I mean, it's also good to prepare for the future. I can agree on that part, but also you have to keep in mind to.
Okay, Sebby, what are you having for lunch this week? What are you having for lunch this week? How do you tell me?
No, of course, no. But I mean, to prepare for the future is not wrong, but also you have to be mindful on where you are, not like to go far ahead.
What answers do you want from him asking him about 6G? What do you want?
Simply that they're like researching on it, nothing else. Not they're going to talk like it's going to be great or anything because it's pure speculation, nothing else. For example, 5G is right now is still on deployment. It's still building.
I'll give you
also.
A perfect example of, and by the way, the lunch thing next week is not a good example. I would have said it more of like, if you're 18 years old, what do you expect to do when you're 28 years old, and how do you see your life moving forward after that? But
bro, I'm 37 years old, bro. I don't know what I'm having for lunch next week.
Bro, but you know that you have a goal at 47, 10 years from now. That's the idea when we talk about something that's 10 years down the line. But my point is, in 2012, when the conversations were getting started about air gig, and that's when the 5G conversation started, that was 2 years into that 10-year decade. So now the conversation starting on the same year that 5G is really exploding, the second year actually of 5G, because 2019 was the true initial start. That's why the conversation of 6G, even though it's a little bit premature in terms of what do you expect, it has to be had internally. So when the guy says, what the hell is 6G? That's why it's a very ignorant statement. Of course, Verizon is already researching the next standards. They have to. They have to stay innovative.
So what did you want to hear from him?
Like what Sebby said. Yes, we are researching. We're doing R&D on it. We're testing.
You wanted lip service is what you wanted.
That's what I would have wanted. I mean,
you wanted lip service.
Well,
okay.
At least say that the research that right now we don't know too much, but we're in research and development. That's it.
Yeah, something like that. It's like simple, nothing else. Now we're going to say I. So like previously, it was said about 6G.
What's this guy's name? What's his name?
I don't even know, but
he's my new hero, bro. He's my new hero. I love this guy.
But look,
Kyle Maladi.
I love him, bro. He is fantastic. He told everybody to go to hell with that statement. He is fantastic, bro. I like him.
That reminds me of South Park, Kyle.
The one person that's ahead that I could consider being close into anything is AT&T with that air gig technology. They are the ones that are going to advance with that technology, and Q2 we should be seeing something with this air gig.
I mean, I would love to see it, but I know that there will be some issues with it. I mean, I have like some theories in mind. I don't know if it will happen. I don't know because I'm not an expert.
Bruh.
Well,
like I said before, infrastructure. But yeah, it all depends. It's good to see improvements. That's the other thing.
Hey, Moose.
Bro, we're gonna talk about 6G, and you got people that are pissed that they have to get out of their 3G devices, and you want to talk about 6G. These are the conversations we're gonna really have right now.
Well, hold up. So we know that the sunset of 3G is at the latest 2022 for AT&T. So if that is the deadline of 3G, then, and by the way, we know that 3G sunset has already begun in multiple different ways, right? Verizon's shutting it down this month, done.
Yep.
But T-Mobile has already started migrating spectrum from 3G straight to LTE DSS, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think AT&T is doing? You think they're just sitting around,
LTSS?
They're also doing the same thing. They're getting ready because the way that you migrate the customer the fastest is to force them to a new device by pushing the promotion. But if the promotion is not good enough, then you tell them straight up, hey, your phone is not going to work. But Carlos, you got a question, bro?
No.
What?
What do you
mean?
What
happened?
Oh, okay, anyways. But yeah, so I'm telling you, man, this is a beautiful time in the wireless industry. Lots of things are happening all at one time. You got backhaul increases coming from 10 gig to 20 to 40 to 100 gig in some sites. It's going to be beautiful, man.
So
all improvements all aboard.
How far are we in the air gig situation, Moose? I've been hearing from sources Q2 we're going to start seeing some of it pop up, and it's
some kind of trials, some type of wild testing, and
they're already doing testing. There's certain sites in New York and rural Texas that they're doing it outside of Dallas. But I'm talking about
so much R&D on this thing, man. I've physically seen the product in when I took a tour in New Jersey at the Middletown, New Jersey location. So imagine on those wooden poles, right? That you see like a desert road, very desolate area, and then every other pole you have this white dome on the top, and then you're like, what the hell is that white dome? Well, guess what? You have millimeter wave, you got sub-6 spectrum on it as well. Damn. And I'm pushing over a gig in the middle of nowhere. That is the idea that was pitched back in 2018, but now it's become a reality. Having small cells in the middle of nowhere, we already have that in some parts of the mountains, but now we're going to push that all the way to like the deserts of even El Paso,
Well, that's what I'm saying. The air gig is going to be AT&T's solution to areas where they can't get macros. You know what? Let's slap this air gig on, give us 7 carrier ag plus millimeter wave, call it a day.
Exactly.
Wait, so air gig can do any type of spectrum? It's not
air gig the 10 carrier aggregation plus millimeter wave.
It was designed for millimeter wave.
Okay.
And
I thought it was
sub-6.
only millimeter wave though.
No. It was designed for millimeter wave and sub-6 at the same time, and with carrier aggregation. It's basically a CRAN, but utilizing the electricity poles as your backhaul. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's an amazing technology, dude. I've been reading up on it.
I just hope that there isn't any issues with the electric grid.
They have they have solutions in them. They got backup batteries in those air gigs to where they can last 5 days without power.
Oh, okay, that works then. No, but I mean, in terms of the electricity grid, I hope there aren't any blackouts or anything, because I think that thing will get will need like a lot of juice.
Actually, bro, they actually don't need as much as people think.
I don't know.
AT&T. That's why it's been taking so long since 2012, 2017. That's when they started testing it. If they would have just
a lot of research and development.
Yeah, a lot, many years, bro. 3 years, almost 4 now, since 17. It was February 17 when they put the first test nodes up.
That's good. I mean, we have to see how it works. I mean,
with line of sight,
it would be good to see.
With line of sight, millimeter wave it's got decent range. Obstacles and things getting in its way is a problem.
You know how exclusive that's going to be, though? That's a patented technology that only AT&T has. How the hell is Verizon going to do it? T-Mobile, let's not even discuss them. They're not going to be able to. Neither of them are going to be able to do it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but there's going to be new technologies that'll be similar or, do things a different way. I mean, there's
different way.
Yeah, there's businesses out there specifically innovating. But yeah, AT&T will get to leverage that immediately. They're ahead in that way, right? Yeah. So they'll take advantage of that. But I see Verizon as an industry leader in millimeter wave. So I'm not going to sleep on Verizon for millimeter wave. And when T-Mobile's ready, they'll have a technology that they can utilize that'll compete.
It's possible.
Whatever Ericsson or Nokia or any of these vendors, whoever comes into play, Samsung, who knows?
Or any new vendor, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the thing to innovate. You create something new, something that it will help.
That's great.
Fix issues.
It's a great thing. This is a great thing. I mean, the innovations. That's when companies are hungry for success. They innovate. Exactly.
Yeah. Competition.
The only thing that sucks, Sebby, is when small companies, when startups find success, the big company comes in and scoops them up.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Like AT&T, how they consumed all the regional carriers and all the small carriers.
Yeah.
And Verizon.
Even Verizon is the same. Yeah, I understand.
It was like, these companies could have did something, which is why I feel like US Cellular is special. They refuse to sell out.
And they're improving.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, it also is true. I mean, it happens. Like, they see your potential, so they buy it out from you.
Hey, here you go, Carlos. Moving data over high voltage lines has been done for 30 years. So that means the foundation of the technology must originate from this.
Yeah.
The idea
to me.
Well, think about it. AT&T back in in the 70s and 80s, they had they had those how do you call it? Those landline video telephones. Even though they were really expensive and people couldn't afford that, but they still had it, and they were broadcasting it through the telephone line, bro, which is the same as low voltage power. And that was back in the 70s, 80s, early 90s.
Old technology that's getting improved.
I bet you guys didn't know about the AT&T 2500 landline phone, right? It's a camera phone back in 92.
No. I didn't even exist in 1992, so nope.
Bro, Sebby was born in like 2009, dude. You gotta know about that, dog.
Right.
Bro, it was $1,400 to have that phone, bro. But that phone, dude, it was video calling back in 92. That was commercial use. They started in the 80s for commercial use.
Oh.
It was
knows it.
Enterprise and stuff. It was in the 60s, 70s.
Huh.
He did. Yeah, Pete remembers it. Yeah. Pete would remember that crap. Pete's still mad about
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Bro, listen, Pete's still upset. He's still pissed about the night and weekend minutes, bro, from 1998. He's still pissed about that.
Right, bro. Give me my night and weekend minutes.
I was going to say, no, in my area, If it came out in the late 80s, early 90s, I bet I just got it.
Hey, I was gonna say to kind of like, I don't know, I didn't want to glance over it. I did want to give it some attention. According to investors.com, and somebody who I trust very much, who I think is the most dependable, reliable resource that I could, turn to, is Walt Pychek on Twitter. You guys can find him on Lightshed Partners, Lightshed Reading. He has been reporting, midday, end of day. Nobody's more in tune with the Spectrum auction than he is.
Yeah.
So Spectrum Auction 107 for C-band, the 3.7 gigahertz, 5G Goldilocks. The name deserves it, bro. We're talking about excess of $50 billion thus far. I want to remind everyone that the first day of auction was December 8th. It's December 21st. So I'm going to do the math. I got 14 days of auction so far, right?
No. 10 business days. What are you talking about?
10 business days?
Yeah.
No, it has not been 10 business days. It was, okay, so it's 1 day this week. It was 5 days last week and 4 days the week before. That's 10 days. 10 business days. So that means in 10 business days, an average of $5 billion daily has been auctioned. Some of the days have had 10 billion. Some of the days were 2 billion. Some of the days were half a billion. Some were, one was 12. I think that was what, Friday or Thursday? Friday.
Yeah.
I think 12 billion. There was a point today where it went to 40, 48, and then 50. Like, it was just exponential, incredible. So throw in the additional 13 billion required for the clearing and the relocation from the satellite TV providers. Dude, this auction's already at $63 billion. We were all estimating 40 and 50. The conservative person was saying 40. The progressive was saying 50. Some people said 55. I kind of scoffed at it. I said, I think 50's high end. I was like 45 on the low end, 50 on the high end. We're all wrong. It's at 50 in 10 days. The one thing that I have to state so that you guys can keep track of this, no more auctioning until January 4th. They're on recess. So the demand is astronomical. It's almost beyond comprehension. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around this. I don't know. I don't have a feel exactly where this is going to end up. I don't. Moose, we were talking. I don't know where this is going to end up. If I had to speculate, you put it on me, you forced it on me. I think Verizon has spent about $25 billion. I've thought that AT&T maybe spent about 15. I think Dish has gotten involved. They're kind of the black horse in this whole thing. I think they bought a little bit. I don't know how much T-Mobile has done, and I don't really know how much the cable operators have done. But I think of that 50, 40 are Verizon and AT&T. And then somehow, some way, get Dish in there for a little bit. And then somehow, some way, squeeze a little in there from the cable operators. I don't know how much T-Mobile got involved because I don't know the licenses here. Like, if I knew the markets, I'd say, oh, well, they don't have a lot of 2.5 there. It would make sense that they would scoop up some C-band there. I wish I had that information. I don't.
Yeah.
So, but man, nobody's going national with C-band. If you thought C-band was going to have a national footprint, no. Not happening. It might kind of feel national because they're going to have it in all the big markets. They're going to serve 70-80% of the population with the spectrum.
Okay.
Right? Because that's where most people live,
I need to say this on record. People need to stop thinking that a carrier is going to get 100 megahertz slice nationwide. They might not even be able to get 100 megahertz in one city unless they're desperate to keep the market share. Verizon is losing market share for the first time in New
I don't
York
think they
City.
care. I don't think they
Sneed is
care.
on record saying they don't care. I
don't think
that's their bread and butter, bro. Because
look,
that
I'll
is their
agree
home
that New York
market.
City is important to them, but I don't know how much they care that they're losing the market share.
Yeah.
At least not
Verizon's
for
all
another
about
year.
enterprise.
I don't know.
That's
Man.
the biggest market, financial, everything, man. They have so many in-building systems there.
Are you saying that they're not competitive in New York anymore?
They are losing ground. That is a
To who?
huge indication that they are going to be desperate to regain it in
To
2021.
who? But to who is losing?
What do you mean to who, Sebby? The only one that matters right now is T-Mobile in New York City, man.
Yeah.
T-Mobile is gaining market share like nuts.
I don't know. I mean, could be AT&T. Who knows? I don't know.
AT&T is not competitive in markets that do not have Ericsson, and you know this. Ericsson is the standard, the gold standard. Nokia is not good, dude.
So, but they're like changing everything to, leaving Nokia. It wasn't said about that.
Not as quickly as Verizon. Verizon literally told Nokia, "We're done with you."
Yeah, that's a done deal. I think AT&T is moving away from Nokia. Even T-Mobile de-emphasized Nokia a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Their technology is just not there.
And
it's not there.
Verizon gave the millimeter wave contract to Samsung. They said, "We'll build you these poles. We'll give you millimeter wave on a pole for $17,000."
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I don't know. It all depends. But also Nokia, I saw like an article saying that it was obtaining someone from Ericsson. So I don't know. I just hope that like a new company comes like in terms of radio so they can compete, or at least Nokia improves, to be honest. Because all that equipment is like wasted.
They have a new CEO. I know that the business has not been doing well.
In Nokia,
they've changed their CEO. They've, you start shuffling executives. You're looking for a new direction because they literally lost everything to Ericsson all in the last couple of years.
Samsung is going to take a lot of share, though. I'm guaranteeing.
Yeah, they are. Yes,
no, definitely. Yeah. Nokia names former Ericsson executive as new CTO.
But the thing is the reputation's done, bro. They have a tainted name. Bro.
Yeah, but Carlos, this is not a consumer business. So the reputation, you really just need the right carrier to believe in you. The right products, the right software.
If you're Verizon, can you trust
They
them?
also have like in other countries, so it's a little bit hard to.
If you're AT&T, like AT&T right now, can you trust them?
Not right now.
Can AT&T?
Not right now.
No. And by the way, other countries are not going to go with Nokia. They're going to go with Huawei. They're the cheapest.
No, they're not going with Huawei.
They're
they're not going. No.
They're not going with Huawei. They're shutting them out.
They're not going with Huawei. Yeah, they're getting shut off.
Europe, almost all Europe. Why do you think their deployments have been quick, bro? Because it's cheap. They're going Huawei. Unfortunately,
Huawei is getting shut out of
every banned Huawei.
They are getting banned every which way.
Yeah, they just recently got banned, but
all this year it's been ban after ban.
But Carlos is correct. They've recently banned them.
Yeah,
the entire 2020 has been ban after ban for Huawei. What do you mean?
No, you're correct. But I'm saying in the UK and in Europe, just recently, in the last 60 days, that's when the bans started happening.
And just recently, we've gotten into 5G in those countries. That's why the bans are happening. They're looking into 5G. They're doing their 5G thing, so now's the time to ban them.
Well, actually, the UK started in 2019, even before us.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the mass deployment. Like now it's got traction.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, like Nokia still has other countries. If they improve, that reputation can like fix itself.
But Carlos is right. Nobody's looking at Nokia right now as a
definitely.
I mean, T-Mobile's painstakingly doing business with Nokia.
Yeah,
it's like 50-50 with it.
Yeah.
If T-Mobile moved away from Nokia fully and implemented Samsung and Ericsson, I think a lot of these pain points would have been gone.
It's going to be hard though.
2.5, bro. I bet you Ericsson has the Ericsson panel. If you do it right, you tune it right, optimize it, it can do what it needs to do versus any Nokia gear.
No, definitely.
I've got the Ericsson panels here.
Samsung has the HPUE stuff, the stuff that Sprint loved.
So nice.
Did anybody have any issues with HPUE with Band 41 LTE before or anything?
It was beautiful, bro.
No.
It was beautiful.
No.
Exactly. Well, there you go.
Cesar.
Samsung for that. See,
Cesar,
No.
thank you. Thank you for commenting. You were saying about the millimeter wave. Japan is using millimeter wave, and I do believe
South Korea.
South
Yeah.
Korea.
Yeah.
But that's it,
Yeah.
and those are smaller countries, so millimeter wave is not out of the realm of
Beautiful, bro.
possibility.
It'll be beautiful.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
But let me put this also on record too. Mark my words. 2021, T-Mobile will transition from Band 41 TDD to Band 7 FDD.
I thought it was
Why?
Band 8.
Wait, what?
Yes. Sebby, look at the combinations. Just type in LTE carrier aggregations on Google. There is
I know the combination.
There's a website that explains why Band 41 is the worst combination of spectrum that you can do versus Band 7, which is the exact same, and it's used in Canada as an example. FDD is significantly better.
But they are
2021.
moving.
Yep.
But they are moving that way, Moose.
Correct.
Yeah,
They will
course.
move.
This right now, this is just a temporary solution to put N41 and all that up. They're eventually going back. Those panels can be banded.
Yeah, they're feature proof.
You're right. I mean, Band 7 has like multiple US bands compatible.
You could have 5 carrier, 6 carrier, 7 carrier aggregation.
Yeah, even with LAA.
Exactly. Versus TDD, you can't. Even though TDD is good for capacity and download, but that's all it's good
Flexibility, which you can compensate.
No, but also Massive MIMO works better on TDD than FDD.
Yes, you're correct. That's true too. But there's no way to make symmetrical upload download on TDD.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's correct. True.
Unless
the upload's a nightmare on the current Band 41 upload. Oh my god, dude.
The only way that they could make it work with TDD, let's say if they did leave it there, is to use other bands for their upload, like what Sprint was doing with their N41. They used band 25, 26 for upload only. They had the tower literally in Phoenix. That's how it was. Every time I go somewhere, you have your N41 one side. Across the street, you would have your 25, 26 rack.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'll take pictures. They're still up there. I'll take pictures of it, but it worked. It worked for interference.
So were they communicating with each other to aggregate?
Yes.
Interesting.
But they did it that way to eliminate the band 41 interference from
issues.
The right. It's a lot. That band is very interference hungry. Any little thing interfere, it'll catch the interference.
Certain places it's worse than others, from what I understand.
Yes, that's the problem with 2.5. It's so close to the Wi-Fi band. There's Wi-Fi hotspots all over the damn place. So there you go. It's going to interfere with it.
You think we're shifting away from 2.4 gigahertz at some point?
Bro, not with these local Wi-Fi hotspots that are Cox, Comcast, Spectrum put up.
Everyone uses. Yeah.
No, and that's the
problem. Eventually it moves over to all the 5 and the 6 gigahertz.
And I found out that's the reason why they're turning off the Band 41 small cells, because they get too much damn interference from those things anyway. There's no point of having it if it's going to be interfered.
That's what I heard too.
Huh.
That makes sense.
That's the problem with 2.5.
You know, a lot of people said they asked and postulated, why didn't Verizon, why didn't AT&T want in on any of the Sprint 2.5? The truth of the matter is that all the carriers, with the exception of T-Mobile, because everything that came with the merger, it wasn't just the 2.5. It was that plus the market share, plus the revenue. Like it was the everything.
Towers,
that's why they did it, right? It was the synergies. Okay. But in and of itself, Verizon and AT&T never considered buying or leasing 2.5 from Sprint. It was never an option. They wanted nothing to do with it. They saw it as being problematic. I had a conversation with a trusted source that told me that carriers saw 2.5 as a nightmare. Even though there's a lot of it, they knew the problems that came with it. It wasn't going to be clean under all circumstances. It was going to be problematic. You had to work around certain things. You have to turn down power to reduce the interference, which means you reduce the range, which means you need to increase density. You see how it becomes a problem. You have to really assess
yourself
markets, right? You have to work it around it. So you're going to see markets where if interference is an issue, T-Mobile will definitely have to add sites. You know, if they're going to maintain the density and they're going to maintain the capacity.
The only way for them to do it is to add a tower site every 3/4 of a mile to keep
Which
it
is crazy. You know, I can't even imagine a world where T-Mobile has 3/4 of a mile a tower every
in major urban markets. In the suburbs, you can get away with with like 1.5 mile.
Sure.
But in the urban market, it has to be 3/4 of a mile. If not, you're gonna have issues.
Maybe. I have an opinion as well on this, especially because Ericsson made itself for the latest like radios. They made for band 41 and M41. They made like a guard band to prevent interference. So kinda with Ericsson, you're all set. So the nightmare doesn't exist anymore. Just going to point that out.
May explain why the 2.5 is good here.
Then this is the question. Then why all these sites that I've been seeing come up and that been up, the signal's not good. You have to be within 0.2 miles of the tower.
0.2
to get the best like quality of network. Yeah.
What's the RSRP when you're 0.2?
And the quality of the signal.
About like 85.
Wow, that's bad.
So they got yours as super low power.
Because real, we got Cox hotspots all over the place.
What's
maybe it's interference or something else? I don't know. Yeah.
Cox Wi-Fi hotspots are all over the damn place.
Cox is the worst, bro.
Because I know here a little bit I've messed with the M41. I can go about 1.2 to 1.4 miles before speed's cut in half.
Wow.
I was able to get about a half-mile effective range in the CLE. Like effective, like the speeds are still pretty much the same. 350, that sort of thing. I wasn't able to do a mile.
And the reason why
I cut somewhere in between there.
The reason why, because you have Cox hotspots all over the damn place there too. I'm not kidding.
I mean, it all depends. Cox still uses 2.4.
Bro,
all Wi-Fi hotspots are 2.4.
Well, over here, Optimum uses only 5.
Yeah, but maybe you're in the suburbs, right? Or
near suburbs, right? But yeah.
So that's why. So in the suburbs, really not a lot of people are using Wi-Fi hotspots. Like in the urban, you're gonna have everybody using them, and they want to make them stretch out as far as possible. You use 2.4.
No. I mean the cable Wi-Fi. The cable Wi-Fi that says Optimum Wi-Fi, Xfinity Wi-Fi, like that. I don't see here Optimum with 5 gigahertz. I don't know.
MS is saying that he's seeing a lot of band 7 T-Mobile up here in Maine.
Oh yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that? It's been happening for almost.
It's starting to become a thing here and there.
Wow, I didn't know that actually.
How does it test, MS? How does speed-wise, performance, reliability? How is it?
The reason why they're doing it up in the bordering cities of Canada, like anywhere close to the bordering, is because it interferes. The 41 interferes with their band 7.
Oh God.
The TDD interferes with the FDD. That's what they have to convert to FDD.
Exactly.
And then face the nodes this side of the border.
That's new to me. Like I honestly I didn't know. That's new to me actually.
Yeah, I knew this about a month and a half ago. They started doing it.
Yeah, that's right, Vaughn. 100%. That's
so they're preparing for what Moose said then, which is good. Because checking about band 7, I can understand his point of multiple carrier aggregation, and also it seems that it fixes a lot of the issues that has band 41.
Correct.
Definitely I see his point.
What's up, Gary? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I guess we could follow up on this little bit of T-Mobile news. This is funny. T-Mobile was slapped on the hand today by the National Advertising Department.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Better Business Bureau. So T-Mobile was accused of marketing in a misguided claim or something like that. T-Mobile appealed a previous ruling by the NAD from August for some network claims. I think what T-Mobile is claiming is that T-Mobile's 5G is the most reliable. More so than its competitors. All right, so I guess the NAD made a big stink about it. They said, reconsider your wording. The premise that T-Mobile's trying to make is that by them using low band, using a low frequency spectrum holding, it makes it more reliable than, say, for example, millimeter wave, which may or may not be true, depending on if they're able to prove it. Right, that's what the NAD is saying. They said, "Where's your proof that your low band is more reliable than the millimeter wave?" And I guess T-Mobile is not able to show it or prove it. So, since through all of this, Verizon turned on DSS, which means they're leveraging low band for a 5G icon. So, anyways, they came to an agreement. T-Mobile does have the most coverage, so they get to say that more than their competitors. But they want T-Mobile to change the narrative about the reliability. They said you're not able to prove that your 5G network is more reliable than anybody else's, so you can't claim that. So you can claim the most 5G in terms of coverage, but you can't claim the most reliable 5G based on coverage. Right, so you have to say you have the coverage. You can't say you have the reliability because you can't prove it. So here's the thing. Carriers lie. Carriers exaggerate. That is not a T-Mobile thing. That is a Verizon thing. That is an AT&T thing. They all tell you the same thing. We're the best. Everybody else sucks. Spend your money here.
I'm the best.
That's a wireless thing. I'm the best. You suck. I'm the best. That's their thing, right? They show coverage maps. They show speeds. They show, it'll always be like a picture of the U.S. and it'll be blue.
Marketing.
U.S. and it'll be red. Or it's the picture of the U.S. and it'll be pink, or magenta. Yeah, it's marketing. It's how they sell their network by trying to explain to you why you shouldn't be spending your money anywhere else but with them,
With them, yeah. To say, here's the value, here's what we give it to you.
Yeah. So I'm not.
Please come with us.
I'm not going to sit here and bash T-Mobile for advertising and trying to convince people to spend money with them. I think it's just business, but something that just happens here in the U.S. That's how carriers do, man. Verizon says, and then AT&T,
5G bill, right? AT&T, yeah.
All you could do is, if you really want to know, you get yourself a line, you get yourself the phone.
Test it yourself.
And you test it yourself. Because these carriers ain't doing you no favors, dog.
Yeah. Or check with Cell Mapper. Cell Mapper is more accurate in terms of coverage.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Yep.
Yeah. That commercial, bro. I remember that.
See, Jarrett, that's another thing. If you speak to somebody in our community, we sniff it out from a mile away. How could a 10 megahertz channel of band 5, which is 850 megahertz, how could that be fast?
5, you mean? 5
megahertz, 10 megahertz, whatever. I mean, the same thing with the band 71. Same thing with the DSS from Verizon. Yeah. It's all the same thing. It's all slow.
Does anyone understand the capacity of 5 megahertz of low band?
Oh my God, bro, it's so bad.
Maximum 100 Mbps download.
Well, whatever, bro. When I connect to 5 megahertz of band 12, I can't even run a speed test. It won't run.
5 megahertz of band 5. If nobody's on the site, 37 megabytes is the fastest you'll ever see. And that's nobody on it. You start adding people,
You're
you're down
basically
under
standing
10
on
real quick.
You're basically standing on the tower sniping people with smartphones, getting them off the network. Get off my 5 megahertz channel.
This is my tower.
Yeah, exactly, man. Not happening, Chief. Oh, God. Ron's always saying this, man. He's always getting me with this Americans love 5 megahertz channels. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
All cars love it.
Yeah, it's so bad. That's why I feel like at least with the N41, we're getting some meat and gravy. You know, we're getting 60 megahertz and stuff like that.
Some barbecue.
Yeah, and that's why I love ultra wideband. It's literally only because the channels are wide. You know, 100, 200, 400 megahertz. We're talking about 800. You know, this is great. 5 and 10 megahertz doesn't move me. That's all I'm saying.
It is understandable. I mean, it helps, but the thing is also the optimization. It's like it's not there.
Will we have 5 carrier aggregation in 5G next year?
Yeah,
Maybe.
AT&T is already going to do it.
I was going to say with
Q2.
DSS, maybe.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
now we're talking. Now we're
Guaranteed.
talking because that'll push the 100 megahertz channels. You know, like as a
Yeah.
combination. You know, because that's the thing. Up until now, if you look at service mode, right? If you have a Galaxy, you'll see N41 60 megahertz, band 210 or band 220. Collectively, that's a nice layout. That's 80 megahertz. Sometimes it's 100. You get 66 N band 2. You know?
Hang on, I gotta say something to Zachary's comment. Yes, you're right. Band 5 at 256 QAM at 4x4 MIMO could do that.
How big is that antenna?
I was gonna say the only problem, that antenna is gonna be the size of a full Volkswagen sedan.
It's gonna be the size of a small easy, dog. Come on, man.
Be sneezed off easy.
No easy.
The size of the wagon one too. You see Sneed rocking the wagon, bro.
Come on, bro. Hold on. Yeah, we got to talk about this. So apparently, my home site has 3 megahertz of band 26.
Bruh.
I swear.
Why did they cut it?
I swear. It was 5. It was 5 a couple of months ago, and it has since been shaved down to 3 megahertz. It gets 8 megabits per second.
But bruh, come on.
At like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the signal strength on band 26 is the same as band 25. RSRP is the same in my house.
What?
You're getting 25.
10, 15 megabits. It's like 10 megahertz. It used to be 20. It was really nice at 20. It was like 40 megabits per second. Yeah. I can pull band 71 on the top level of the house, but the RSRP is like minus 129. I think it's like a tower site that's like 3 miles away. Band 71 is not that great, bro. It's got to be up high. I feel like if it's not high, it's kind of useless. You know?
I think part of the problem with Band 71 is they only do 1 panel per sector. If they actually did 2 panels per sector, I think it'd perform a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the weight, dude. That's a big panel.
You mean
It's,
2 band 71 panels? And then
Yeah, we're talking
split it
about
like
600
10 by 10
pounds of
and 10 by 10?
antennas per sector.
Yeah. Or unless they do it like millimeter wave, that it whole 360 signal with band 71. That way it covers more.
Beamforming.
Yeah, beamforming, but also the 360 part that Samsung developed.
Yeah, we got some network gurus out on the live chat. Bird says, I'm on band 66 here at 130 meg. What kind of power are they using? That's good speed. Actually, band 66 it's one of those things where if your RSRP is low, it doesn't test very well. You got to be under 100, 105 to really have a good band 66 connection. It's a little touchy.
Yeah.
Usually got to be within about a mile and a half.
Is the I hear like the umbrella.
Yeah.
Like an umbrella, yeah.
PCS got a little bit more wiggle room. I usually get some decent speeds in the 1.9 gigahertz up until about 115 on the RSRP. Then it starts to tail off.
Yeah.
I can't wait till T-Mobile combines band 2 and 25 as one.
They're talking about doing it all in band 25.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, how is going to be? Yeah, because because band 25 has potential, but also band 2. So I'm wondering how they will do it.
Well, they said they want to move everything to the T-Mobile side, which would mean all band 2, but it seems like the potential's on the band 25.
Yeah.
Flexibility and whatnot.
But there's better
And also the
band
5
combinations.
extra block.
But there's better band combinations.
Yeah, you're right on that. And band 7 doesn't have like band combination with band 7, band 25.
Right, exactly. So that means that it has to be augmented to band 2. So, like, for example, there's a lot of band 4 sites, right, that are the signal comes out as band 66.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so they're going to put it as band 2, but it's band 25.
Yeah, like I don't know if you remember, AT&T used to have band 17 for their 700 megahertz low band, but then all of it went to band 12.
Oh.
Some phones even still indicate it's band 17.
There's still
I have seen it on Cell Mapper as well.
in California. There's still cell sites that broadcast in 17 and they broadcast 29.
Oh yeah, but 29 is a good one, bro. It's still going to be there for many years.
Yeah, it's a download only band.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, here's also band 29. It exists here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
By the
man.
way, though, I much rather would have a 5x5 slice of low band when the entire LTE is congested. I'm telling you. Like I went to a Costco today when right before I joined. Super congested because of the holidays, shopping and everything. But my low band was pulling decent enough download and upload so that I could, do some text messaging and stuff.
You know, it's bad when you're just trying to send a text, dog. I'm just trying to send a text.
That's just rough.
I mean, music's an afterthought, right?
Shot.
Sheesh, 144p, dog.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Unless you download your music, have
You'd
it
be
locally.
like, dang, is that Sneed or who is that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see the 5 o'clock shadow. I'm not sure.
All right. M56 will be a thing for Verizon and AT&T next year. That's for sure. I don't know what T-Mobile is doing with DSS. I couldn't comment, but
Band 66 NR.
yeah.
When is that happening for AT?
It's already happening in Raleigh. We have some sites in Dallas already, Chicago, for AT&T.
Yo, guess who I got, dog? Yo, guess who I got?
What do you got?
Fellas?
Man,
I got the man.
Oh, hey, dude.
Oh, damn.
This camera's not becoming.
yes, finally.
Let's see. Can I adjust my light so I look better?
He looks like one of the. I don't know. You kind of look like what's his name,
Okay,
man?
so since Pete's on, I gotta ask, what the hell happened with this Russian hack?
I'm not going into politics.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? This is like world news. It's not politics. What are you talking about?
No, it is political.
Mm-hmm.
So it
In a
wasn't-
way.
No, the impetus is legitimately political.
Oh yeah.
So it is not a hack.
It is a hack,
Okay.
but
But it was political
politically
game.
motivated.
Yeah.
Who did they hack?
Security part, IT part. Solar Winds, I think it was.
That's what it's called, but the basically the hack was against the U.S. Cyber Corps.
Oh.
The government
It was
systems.
against the interests that they're employed to keep from being hacked.
I see. I think I understand what you're saying. Okay.
So basically the spot that's meant to be unhackable got hacked.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
there are a bunch of political reasons why that happened.
I
Yep.
see.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll give one example and then we'll change the subject.
Oh, this is so good. I love it. Go ahead.
The what was it? The undersecretary.
Apparently got an eye doctor appointment for my follow for doctor appointment on 21st next month.
Looks like he's a little occupied. That's all right. We'll wait for him to get back. It's okay. I got him muted. We're good.
Oh man.
It's a shame that Pete came on so late. I'm actually about to end the live stream. I got to get up and bake in the morning, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Oh man, that sucks, bro.
The corridor.
regardless, it's Pete, bro. It's Pete.
I know. Yo, Los, you want to do a live to follow up, dude?
Dude, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
Could you do that? Could you get a live going? I got a couple things I got to do before I call it a night. So I got to end the stream and kind of shut things down for the evening. But yeah, if you want to start a live stream, I can join you for a little bit. Just let me kind of shut some things down and get some things going. If you want to go ahead and set it up.
Yeah, I'll set something up.
Yeah,
Ron, I got
okay, I'll be good for a few.
Oh.
I got too many jobs, dog. I did lose a job though. I stopped fixing iPhones once they started selling these OLED displays. Nobody wants to pay $300 for an OLED screen replacement. So
Nope.
yeah, I'm out of that business.
Man,
So with MacBook Pros, I've been giving quotes for screen replacements, and they're like, "Do you know a place I could get a reasonably priced MacBook? Because a Air 2 years newer, you can get refurbished, macked out specs for about what it would cost for me to get a replacement display."
Ouch.
Yeah,
oh
Yeah.
man.
Damn.
about right. I mean, a lot of people that have MacBook Pros, when they find out what it costs to repair, they're just going to downgrade to a MacBook Air.
Bro, why do you
Yeah, they're like, I like the Pro, but I'm not going to be using, the video rendering or gaming. I'll just get the M1 Air.
Well, but
Yeah, it's
either
really
M1
no di-
is good.
Hey, Terry Nitro,
Terry.
thank you for the happy holiday wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you for happy holidays. Same
Appreciate
to
it.
you.
Sebby, I'm going to tell you this. When I was out in your market 2 years ago, Optimum had 2.4 hotspots.
Oh, fun.
Well, not anymore. Everything is 5.
Well, also in your market, there's Xfinity and Cox and Spectrum hotspots on 2.4 as well. So
I want
Maybe those are still there, but over here only Optimum is mostly available, or the cable Wi-Fi. When I connect, it's also 5. It's interesting.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
they're available on both.
oh,
let me go ahead and
I will have to check.
Let me go ahead and thank some of my donators. I want to thank Terry for his donation and his holiday wishes, and happy holidays to you and your family as well. Thank you so much for that. Thank you to all who donated. It doesn't let me see, it only lets me go
MS was
back.
one.
So
Remember that?
I know, I remember MS. Thank you, and there were a couple others. You guys are the best. Thanks for donating.
I maybe can help you out.
Maybe
Let's
if you
see.
could pull back the original chat from the YouTube, it might show it. Let me
Yeah.
thank my moderators, #Mod Squad, for all my blue wrenches out there. #Ravioli Gang for those watching this while hungry or eating dinner. #2Live Crew watching this in live, and #Replay Crew if you watch this on record. And I obviously want to thank everybody who was on the show with me today. So, Sebby, I appreciate it as always. Thanks for coming on.
Man, PA Tech is
Happy to be
saying
here.
in his market. Sebby, if we jump on with Carlos for a few, I want you there.
Sure, why not?
So, PA Tech Speed Test is saying the Comcast in his market is 5 gigahertz as well. Thank you, Michael, for the $1 donation.
Oh, Michael, thank you. That's his second
Thank you,
donation.
Michael.
Thanks.
No comment, but we all appreciate it. For Yasmin, that's $2 for her college fund.
That's right.
Yep.
Thank you, Moose, for coming on. Appreciate you, man, as always. Mr. Jetta Loud, losing to the Volvese. Appreciate you very much, Doug.
Hey,
I must say one thing about Michael's $1 donation there. That will get her 2 pencils.
Yeah. And she
Yeah.
loves to draw. She loves drawing on the
Yeah.
walls, dude, let me tell you.
Even
So
the
that gets the pencils and it gets the detergent to clean the pencils off the wall.
yeah.
The Crayolas.
Carlos, thanks for coming on. Pete, thanks for jumping in. Actually, I'll see you guys. If you guys send the invite out, I'll come on for a little bit. Let me go ahead and start shutting things down here in the lab, and I'll meet you guys over at your live stream.
Real quick, thank you, Josh, for saying Merry Christmas with your $2 super chat.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, is there a new super chat?
And we got a $5 super chat from Michael. Thank you,
Oh,
Michael. You don't have to do it,
Thank
but
you.
greatly
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. And honestly, guys, never feel obligated to donate. It is completely, unnecessary to do. So.
Optional.
Only, if you want to, that's fine. But we'll never ask you for them if you don't, and we don't want you to feel pressured to do so.
Hold up. $2 super chat from Troy Hicks. Yes, Band 66 5G is currently a joke. When they decommission LTE and farm it onto 6G, we'll believe it. Thank you, Dan H, for wishing us happy holidays.
Thank you.
Go,
Thank
Pete,
you.
go,
Happy
go,
holidays.
Pete,
Thank
go,
you.
go, Pete, go, Pete, go.
Another $1 super chat from Michael. Thank you, Michael. Again, that's 2 pencils. And actually, with the $7 he put in at the end, that's like a course notebook and the pens. Thank you, Michael.
Pete, you're the best, bro. Pete came in with the slam dunk at the end, bro. You're the best. Bro.
Came in, man.
Choo-choo.
well, I was going to say
Donation tray.
slam dunk should be. I know Sneed's been avoiding this slightly, but
Hold up.
TSS is
hold up.
trash.
That is
Yeah.
garbage, bro.
Yeah,
TSS
it is.
complete trash, but I want to say 2 things. Thank you and Merry Christmas to Brendan Whitman. And
thank you, David Hall, for your $1.99 super chat.
again, not expected, but thank you so much.
Y'all C-banding my channel right now. It's all C-band auctions right now.
Jesus.
We got a $2.99 super chat from Richard Wilmoth with a fist bump.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Richard.
Again,
Richard gave us a little bit of insight from Telus, Pete. He's, I think, got some Canadian usage.
Nice. Wow. Sebby.
Damn, Sebby.
There we go.
$5
Sebby.
Merry Christmas to you.
Sebby.
$2 from Josh saying, buy yourself McChicken Sneed. right. We got $1 from Ray. Thank you, Ray.
God
We got
damn.
$1.99 from David Hall. Yep, 4 more pencils. Greatly appreciated.
Which band is the best?
What are you trying to use?
Whichever band you're connected to that allows you to make calls and text messages.
And maybe watch some YouTube if you're not driving.
There you go. That's right, Pete. You had to throw
I
that in.
like the bands
Don't text
that
and
go
drive.
on. It lets me, get an emergency call out on the road. Thank you for Joey Okazaki for the $1.99 super chat. Says absolutely nothing. Thank you for the $10 super chat from Dan H.
Wake up, Bakesty.
He does not do that, but he does wake up and then go to a bakery that sells the
wake
best
and bake.
shawarma in Cleveland.
Yo.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. Thank you guys for all the donations. You guys just did like random fire. That was really nice of everybody.
I think it's because I'm calling it out.
100%. That is 100% confirmed, bro. Anybody that says otherwise, just get them out of here. Mods, get them out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
set up your live stream, bro. Let's do it.
Speed tests. He does make pita bread, and it's some good pita. If you could order it online, I'd recommend it.
Now you could actually probably ship. It's cold enough, I think.
Hey, I need my shipment, bro. I need my shipment.
Now is the time, dog.
Yeah, David. Sometimes I get that going.
This was great. Yep, totally agreed.
God damn, man.
I'm getting her out. Right, bro. I told her that we would be getting this months ago. Getting her
Yeah,
out.
months ago.
What are you talking about? The stuff from the bakery?
Yeah, bro.
All right, bro. I'll ship it out tomorrow, bro. Just
all right.
I would love so to try.
I will send it to you too, Sebby. Everybody here, right here. I'll get your addresses. I'll send out a bunch of stuff to you guys.
I need my supply from the corridor. Okay.
I'm a little worried about yours, Moose, because temperatures where you live are a little different.
Oh, hold up. $3 from Troy Hicks. Band 66 5G on my Twitter. Laugh out loud.
No.
Yes, 66 5G is a laugh out loud. I don't even think they DSS that. And TSS is a laugh out loud.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, let's
Carlos,
look at
take
Twitter really
PA
quick. I gotta see this.
idea.
What happened?
PA Tech Speed Test has a good idea. Start up that live stream.
Already set up, bro. 3 o'clock. Well, 8 here, 11
Dude,
there.
there's too many Troy Hicks, man.
Yeah, Troy, we're looking for yours, dude. Did you at me, dude? At me, dog.
What up? What up?
There's too many Troy Hicks, bro.
Me.
Okay, Troy.
Troy, at me, dog.
Damn, Pete. I really, man, you need to come on more, bro. Miss you, man.
Make sure you get sheep that link, dog.
No, I know. You know you're that brother from another mother, bro, for real.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Caleb's coming off February, bro. We need everybody to come off February. Everybody have YouTube, no exception.
If I'm still remote.
No excuses. Yeah. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's a mandatory.
Mando, dog.
My excuse.
No excuses, bro.
What did I do?
Oh, I wanted to give one more shout out. Actually, somebody sent me a Cash App today, man, or a Square Cat. What are they calling it these days, dude?
Cash
App.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Cash App.
Crap, it's not on here.
Sliding it on the Cash App.
Yeah, I want to give him a special shout out because I don't often get a Cash App donation, so I would like to celebrate it. Wait, maybe it wasn't on here. What the heck, dude? Is it on here?
So what, do you want us to do a drum roll on it?
Nah, dude. Let me just find it real quick. I want to give a shout out to Liam. Liam, thank you for your Cash App donation, man. He said, keep up the work. Great videos. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're awesome.
You're the best, Liam. I'm sure they call you Liam.
You're the best.
We'll call you Liam. You're the best, man.
Again, Liam, greatly appreciated, but not required.
All right, gentlemen, we good for the go on Los's channel?
Let's do it.
So I'm looking at
Let's do it.
that picture of from Troy Hicks here. This is the Twitter post. T-Mobile has my area as a 5G coverage area, but the speeds are no better than 4G LTE and 5G is spotty as hell. Even have fake 5G band 66 isn't 5G, and barely do I ever see band 71. Damn.
So I'm going to say one thing about that before we go off. Until we're in standalone 5G, that icon means absolutely nothing. No matter what 5G you are on, even in some respects millimeter wave, you're going to be anchored to an LTE carrier.
Yeah.
So millimeter wave at the moment requires LTE to facilitate those 15 or 40 meg uploads.
Yep.
It
Sometimes-
also needs LTE to establish an IP address for your millimeter wave connection.
Facts. All facts.
So we're
big
not
facts.
in 5G. We're in the open beta for 5G.
That's good. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, and
True.
then don't forget FirstNet. There's now hints. 5G is already activating on FirstNet.
Really? So that means when will I stay on my first net line?
There we go, bro. There we go. It's already ready, bro.
He no longer hangs out, on the channel and with us or anything anymore. But you guys remember Ricky Florida Keys, RFK Tech?
Yeah.
I told him that Band 14 would go 5G in 2021, and he said no. So I was right. Yeah.
I'm
And that's
surprised
cool.
it's taking that long.
I'm not often right, so I have to brag this time.
Hey, half the time I'm right. I said something I shouldn't have.
It was a mistake. That's what my
No.
wife says. She says if you're ever right, it was a mistake.
No. With me, it wasn't a mistake. I just got insider information.
Oh, well, you're in a position of power, man.
Yep.
Rule the
All right,
world.
y'all. Anything
Knowledge
for
is
the good of the
power.
order? Anything of the good for the good of the order?
Yeah, we're waiting for Carlos's live stream link.
All right. Big shout out to
Ladies and
everybody
gentlemen,
here in the live. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Thank you guys for commenting. Thanks for engaging in the chat. Thank you to all the donators. Thank you for everyone who liked the video. If you haven't, please do that now. That helps the channel. Also, share it to your socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. That's cool. Anywhere on Reddit is cool. Just please not on the T-Mobile subreddit. All right.
They're
Outside
toxic,
of that,
man. I
good.
don't know
Yeah.
why.
the rest of it, let it ride. Discords, whatever. It's all good. Thank you for everybody who is here tonight. I appreciate you so very much. We're going over to Carlos S. Tech. We're going to carry on the live stream there. Ahmad, please, if you could, get a link to his channel. If you are not subscribed to Carlos S. Tech, please do that now and join us. So hit the subscribe, activate all notifications, and we'll see you guys over there. They love to hate me on T-Mobile Reddit. Richard, I don't know if they love to hate me. I just think they hate me. But I'm good with that because, I guess that means you've arrived once you got haters. So it's all good. All right, y'all. Let's get that link. Any of my mods for Carlos S. Tech. There we
I'm
go.
working on it.
Greg's comment. We got it.
Yeah, I'm also working on it.
There as well. Carlos got it there. All right, so it's there.
Right.
All right, guys. We out this piece.
There it is.
Peace.
Take care, guys. Happy holidays. Yeah.
You're jumping over
Yeah.
Carlos.